Hello! I woke up this morning and it had snowed. It wasn't loads, but it hadn't snowed for a long time, so I took the opportunity and I took my dolls outside so we could get some photos. I didn't manage to get a snow photo at all last year because it only snowed a very small amount and I didn't take my dolls out in time, so this was one that I haven't done for a while. I dressed my dolls up in winter outfits with hats and scarves, and I have 2 pairs of gloves that I knitted, so Ella and Sophie wore them, and I made sure that they were wearing waterproof shoes so that I could stand them in the snows and they wouldn't get wet. It was still snowing by the time I went outside. It was very wet snow, but it was still snowing, so not only was I cold because it was cold outside, it was also wet, which was making me cold as well, and I couldn't wear gloves because I needed to take photos, so I tried to be as quick as possible, but it was still good. Here is just Isa, April and Charlie having a snowball fight. I have this sledge that I've had for ages, and I've used this for my dolls on many occasions when it has snowed, and it's quite good because it has wheels, so even if there's not too much snow it can just kind of roll. So I took each doll out individually and took them on the sledge and went around the garden a few times, and yeah, it was really fun. So here's Ella having a go. I did find that Ella and Sophie sat on the sledge really well. I think the shape of their bodies is a little bit more suited for this, rather than Charlie's legs kind of stuck out a bit and then it kept getting stuck in the snow, so that didn't go so well. But it still worked, and yeah. I took each doll out. I actually forgot to put April's earmuffs on because I took them off to take her downstairs because they kept falling off, but then I ended up forgetting to put them back on again. But April was still wearing a scarf and a coat, so I think she was alright. As I kept going on, because the snow wasn't so deep, my footprints kept making it really bumpy, so that made it harder for the doll who's on the sledge to actually stay on. So it was definitely easier to do the first one than it was to do Charlie at the end because it was so rough and bumpy that they kept falling off, but it was fine, I made do. By the end of it, I was very cold because my hands weren't in gloves and I was holding the camera and I was also pulling the sledge, so I was very cold by the end of it. And here are all of the bloopers where my dolls fell over. I tried to pick them up as soon as possible and make sure that none of the snow got in their eyes, but I think it was okay, but they fell over quite a few times. Thank you for watching, bye!